I've heard bits and pieces of this story, but tell me a little bit about how you learned about copywriting as a skill, and then how did you learn to become a copywriter?
That's a great question. So my sophomore year of college, I transferred from SMU to Santa Cruz, but I didn't decide till like June. So it was too late to go in for the first quarter. So I basically had to spend my first quarter, I just had like 2 classes a week at this community college to get credits. And I only had to go twice a week, and I was living in this little mobile home in Aptos, which is right outside of Santa Cruz. And I basically and I would go to tennis practice, like I only would go 2 times a week because I wasn't officially on the team yet.
Yep.
And so I had to wait till I was enrolled. And so basically I spent all of my time clicking on ads on the internet.
Yeah.
And there were all these ads. It was make money from home in your underwear, writing words that sell stuff. And so, I bought like all sorts of scammy products as well on Clickbank, and nothing against Clickbank.
Some good
They're
products.
Great. He used to work there.
Yeah.
I made my first ever sale with Clickbank, by the way, which was my first $113 sale, $113.84,
Yeah.
selling a dating product.
Yeah.
But through all of that, I kept I would create a product. I wrote a book about how to pick up women. I wrote, dating products and different stuff, and I wrote some emails for other people. The first money I actually made, I got paid $500 to write 150 emails for Jordan Hall,
Oh, wow.
who's a friend of ours now,
That's great.
which is $5 an email, which is really ridiculous because now I charge $1,500 per email.
Jordan, the master negotiator.
That was
got
a
good
very,
deal.
very good deal. And then his other friend paid me like $600 for like 150 emails. And I was in Brazil that summer for a month, and I wrote them while I was there. But I was like, I made $1,100
Right.
writing these
While you're on
emails. It's
vacation.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So my senior year of college, my buddy and I, we ran some ads to this pre-sale page I wrote that was basically a story about the stuff I learned in self-defense violence training
Yep.
and how it related to dating. They clicked on a link. It was like Bing ads. They bought the Dow Badass, and that was where I made my first like $113 sale. And then I remember I made a sale during one of my finals, and I was like, all you losers are gonna have jobs, and you're gonna be working for the man, and I'm gonna make so much money. And then I graduated and sort of got a second degree in Netflix and chill for a little bit. Was coaching tennis, and then wasn't really growing the business. And what I realized is everybody was trying to build their business online, and what they were doing is they were trying to create a product, write a sales page, do customer service, write the emails, do all the shit, and they were all broke.
Yep.
All these people in these forums. So I was like, I'm going to get good at one thing. And I
Yeah.
chose copywriting. And so what I would do is, big shout out to Derek Johansson and Copy Hour. I would hand copy a sales letter for an hour every day. And that was my only marker of success, was did I hand copy a sales letter for an hour? So that was Monday through Friday. That was the first task of the day. And so by hand on these yellow notepads, I would write out sales pages. I would just hand copy them.
Yep.
And in 30 days, I went from not being particularly good to being pretty good. And that was actually how I got the job at the Credit Solution Program. Was on the phone. The guy wanted this, he had this description of like literally probably 25 skills, like HTML, Photoshop, all this stuff. And I was like, and one of them was copywriting. I said, I can do that one.
Yeah.
And so he ended up hiring me and then another guy to do all the other 24 things.
Nice.
And part of the reason he hired me is I said, I've been hand copying sales letters every day for an hour. And he said, you're actually doing that? It's like, yeah. He's like, oh, I've heard about that, but I didn't know anybody actually did it. And that was the proof to him that I was dedicated.
Yep.
And that was really what landed me that. And to this day, I'll still hand copy stuff
Yeah.
to improve
Yeah.
copy. And so that was really the biggest thing, was committing to the skill and one skill. Once you learn one skill, you can start to learn others.
Yeah.
But so many people are trying to buy traffic. They're trying to, do all of the different aspects of a
Yeah.
business. And that's why if you can just write great emails, you can sell affiliate products, great products from other people's,
Yep.
without owning a product, without having customer service, without doing
Yep.
anything other
No
than
tech.
sending a simple email every day
Yeah.
or a few times a week. But I basically made a choice. It was, I'm going to commit to one thing. I want to be one of the best in the world at this one thing.
Yeah.
And by doing that, it worked out. And now there are other skills I've learned in business that
Yeah.
aren't that, but that's still the foundational skill that makes most
Yeah.
of the money for me.
Yeah. If someone wanted to do that and start hand copying sales letters, how do they find sales letters to copy?
So, well, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to write copy,
Yeah.
then definitely get Copy Hour. We'll put a link below this. Derek's one of my closest friends. He's just a
Great guy.
genuinely one of the best human beings I've ever met.
Yeah.
And then what I would recommend, though, not to take away from Copy Hour, but learning how to write great emails, in my opinion, is a better skill because it's easier, it's more fun,
less competitive,
and it's way more profitable because you can go to people's lists, as we teach in the Exponential Income Skill course, and you can get a percentage of their list without paying anything. They'll pay you to literally take a percentage of the sales, and you can go from making $0 to $3,000 a month to literally 10, 20,000 a month fast without any risk because they're paying you.
Yep.
And so if you want to learn how to write great emails, that was basically, like I said, I did that for the 80-20 course, is sort of like Copy Hour for email.
Yep.
So it's what I call principle, practice, execution. So I teach you the principle in the email, then I give you the thing to practice, which is an email that you can hand copy. It takes 25 minutes, and then you spend 25 minutes writing your own email. Because one of the big things people make the mistake on is they start hand copying, but they never actually write their own thing. I remember there was this, Derek used to have this app that people would fill in each day that they did the work to like build a chain.
Yep.
This guy had like 300 days in a row, and I was like, oh, what have you written? He's like, oh, I haven't written anything. I just keep hand copying. I'm like, you're good enough.
You're ready.
Start writing.
Go try.
So the 80-20 course is basically broken into that.
Yep.
5 days a week for 30 days. You get emails that's principle, practice, and then execution. So I basically, I created it because I was like, what if somebody erased my brain in some weird experiment? I don't know how this would have happened, of what I had learned about email copy, but I guess I, in this scenario, had kept all of my other faculties.
Yeah.
And I had to learn how to get really good at email in 4 weeks. What would I do? And I literally created the course that I would have wanted for myself.
Yeah.
And we've had the most insane success stories come from that. And it's still the most, probably everybody's favorite product that they go through.
Yep.